Now Jake Paul got to see what it is like to fight an actual fighter for the first time. I think he learned a big lesson over here. Yo, what's happening, Cucumber Squad? Right, so Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. What did I think of the fight? Nah. So, like I said, as you saw in the thumbnail, I actually put a series of small little bets, right? All towards the later rounds. I kind of thought that it was going to go the distance. I thought it was going to go to about, there was going to be a knockout at some point in the fifth, or so I thought. There was going to be a knockout at some point in the fifth, or sixth, or seventh, or eighth. Anyway, I bet on Tyron Woodley and I bet on Jake Paul winning in different rounds. I bet even on the draw to make sure that I'm covering everything. And yeah, I lost it all. Yeah, I didn't foresee Jake Paul winning by split decision at the very end. It would be better if it actually was a draw. First, I would have won some money, and secondly, I think it would have been a bit fair. Tyron Woodley, for me, looked good, man. He wasn't rattled by in any which way. I thought he fought really, really well. I just think Jake Paul played the safer game. I think he tried to check a lot. He tried to move around a lot. He tried to get in those small jabs. And as you can see, the judges were split at the end of the day, so I just thought it should have just been a draw. But Tyron Woodley looked good, man. And that's the one thing that people don't actually realize is that, everyone's seeing Jake Paul. And I love boxing. I always have loved boxing before the social media giants started taking over boxing. I've always said fighting an actual boxer is very different. Like when you see Jake Paul fighting Nate Robinson or Ben Askren, it's like these guys are not boxers. And now Jake Paul got to see what it is like to fight an actual fighter for the first time. And then I think he learned a big lesson over here. Specifically, I think it was in round 2 or 3 where he literally got knocked, and he got knocked hard against the ropes by Tyron Woodley. And Tyron Woodley wasn't even rattled, man. Like he really, very impressive stuff from Tyron Woodley. I thought that, but he is a fighter at the end of the day, right? I know it's different disciplines, but still, he's a fighter. He's got that fighter sort of mentality, that fighter sort of temperament, conserving energy, can handle the pressure. That's what fighters are. Jake looked a lot more rattled to me, if I'm honest. Way more rattled than Tyron Woodley, but he managed to stay on his feet. He managed to get those little jabs in. It was still a split decision at the end of the day, but I think Jake needs to go back to the drawing board and really assess, his next opponent, because this wasn't even a boxer. It wasn't even a boxer, and Jake was struggling in that ring against someone it's his first boxing debut. He's not even a boxer. And I mean, Jake Paul wants to fight like Canelo. Are you joking with me? Canelo is a proper weathered fighter. He will absolutely annihilate Jake Paul. Literally annihilate Jake Paul. And I think Jake Paul has, in some way, sort of realized that tonight, that this boxing game is not just a simple little thing where it's like, yeah, I'm just going to go in and knock them out. When you start fighting real boxers, we're talking about real boxers, not this crossover story. Real boxers, then, the game isn't as easy as you think it is. But anyway, it was a cool fight. It was pretty entertaining at the end of the day. Sad that I lost money, even though I placed multiple different bets. And I'm like, at least I'll win something, or something small. Nope, that wasn't the case. Ever. I never get these bets right. But anyway, I thought I'd give my assessment on the actual fight over there. I thought they were both great. I thought it should have been a draw. But hey, congrats to Jake Paul, man. He's doing his thing in the boxing game, and a win is a win at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what people say, a win is a win. So yeah, and Tyron Woodley, hats off, man. Seriously, first boxing match. I thought he really didn't, he was looking absolutely fire. He didn't even look rattled in any which way. So yeah, that's my short assessment for anybody who wants to know it. I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.